Cassiar Gold. We're a Canadian explorer located in the safe jurisdiction in northern BC, and we already have 1,000,000 ounces at very nice grade.
Hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics as we continue on our coverage of the gold and silver markets. I think we have a president in the United States now, but what is abundantly clear, money printing on schedule to continue. So I was looking around in my gold mine today, but I figured rather than kind of stumbling around blindly in the dark, I could call my new friend Marco Rock of Cassiar Gold Corp, who is an explorer in Canada, a little bit safer than some of the other jurisdictions out there these days. So Marco, it's great to have you on here. How's everything going with you today?
Thank you, Chris. Great to be here. It's going great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. Having a lot of fun following what's going on. I mean, I know I'm a little biased, but to me, all these days where the prices of metal are down, given what's happening in the world, seems like a buying opportunity. I'm not giving licensed financial advice, but I appreciate you being here because we do have a lot of people that are looking to gold and silver. They do expect higher prices. They're looking to the mining and exploration stocks to get leverage. So perhaps you could just give people an overview of what Cassiar is doing, where you're looking, what stage things are in. So right off the bat, investors can know what they're getting and proceed further if it seems like the right fit for their portfolio.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris. So Cassiar Gold, we're a Canadian explorer located in the safe jurisdiction in northern BC, and we already have 1,000,000 ounces at very nice grade, 1.43 grams per ton, which is very shallow near surface, and we believe we have a multi-million ounce camp in our hands.
And that's certainly always a nice thing to hear. Can you tell folks, how did you acquire this particular project? Where did it come from? Why were you looking there, and how that came about?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, we just, as of last month, we completed the acquisition. So we've optioned out this roughly a year and a half ago. And as of last month, we've finally completed the final payment, which was a share payments, and we now own it 100%. And it's from a company called Wild Sky Resources, which is now our largest shareholder. It's a pretty amazing asset, and we feel that there's a lot more gold there to be found.
Well, I always wonder what that's like. It must be an exciting feeling when you're out searching and then one day you find it, or you're just the interesting emotion that goes along with that. And I guess, what are the key hurdles? What will determine whether you guys are successful and reach the goals that you have? What is it that really will determine that?
Yeah, well, so we're an exploration company, so the drill bit will be the final decider if we're successful or not. But we are actually currently drilling. We've started a 5,000-meter drill program in the summer, really with the focus of expanding the envelope and confirming our historical results and doing some infill as well. So basically adding ounces to our resource, given that it's open in multiple directions. We're pretty confident we will have results to show to the market. And actually, I think as of tomorrow, we'll be releasing results, starting releasing the results. So do keep an eye on those. Those will be the defining factors for our success. And besides this drill campaign, we're also going to focus next year into the southern part of our property. That's where we have the high grade, 15 to 25 grams per ton kind of material. We also have an historical resource there, so we already have a base to work with, and we're feeling pretty confident that we'll be able to grow our resource base there as well.
Well, that certainly sounds like good news, and will be exciting to hear how that comes about. Marco, I know something that is on people's minds often in the mining world Could you touch on the share structure and some of the folks that you have on board with you making the decisions?
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, yeah, so in terms of share structure, we have, as of now, roughly 54 million shares outstanding. As of the last close, we were trading at 64 cents on Friday on close. So, that's roughly, 34 million Canadian dollars market cap. So, it's still a relatively, nice valuation, attractive valuation. So that's one. In terms of the people that we actually have a pretty stellar team. It's pretty unusual to have so many big names involved with a relatively small company still. So names like Doug Kerwin is our chief technical advisor, and is really the vision behind the multi-million ounce potential. James Maxwell, who has been quite instrumental in taking Sabina from discovery all the way to over 5 million ounces. Steve Ledwin, former president CEO of IM Gold, and he's been on our board and is our largest individual shareholder since he's on the board since March. And Chris Stewart, also former president CEO of McEwen Mining, and more recently we just added last week Dave Reese. David Reese is a structural geologist. He's an expert in orogenic gold. He's worked in some of the biggest orogenic gold deposits and mines in the world, and he's really a great name to have with us, and also helping us on our project.
Well, that sounds good. And obviously, as I've been learning, when it's a limit to what you can do by yourself, but when you have a good team, have people who know what they're doing, I don't know, to me seems possibly the biggest factor. I'd say with all the geologists and newsletter writers and mining executives I talk with, they seem to agree. So that is good to hear. One last one before we wrap up, Marco. I know you're talking to investors all day, and it's interesting, even as much as some of the gold stocks are up, gold is up. I feel like people are still jumping in a little bit, and especially with some of the smaller companies, it's interesting because there's a lot of stuff out there that people don't know about. So if you do your homework, you can find value. Could you say anything to any of that and what you're hearing from the folks that you talk with?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of new interest in the sector coming from generalists. So you see them coming into the sector. Some of the more experienced mining people, they know how to do their due diligence. So I advise everyone do your homework. But on a junior space, I think a good place to be is looking at companies that have a good resource, and have a potential to make it a lot bigger, especially if it's undervalued. I'm probably blowing my horn, but I guess that's that's not unexpected.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty darn important that the person running the company believes in it. And so I think that's a good thing. And Marco, I appreciate that. And just perhaps in wrapping up, can you let folks know where they can find more information, where they can get their questions answered, dig in a little bit more, and find out about you guys?
Absolutely. You can find us on our website, www.cassiargold.com. You can find a lot of information about our projects, our share structure, some corporate videos, our events, etc. You can also find us on on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. And you can also, if you wish, you can also reach out to me on my email. My email is marco@cassiargold.com. So, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. I'll try my best to answer them as soon as possible. And yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with some of the listeners you have.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to sign up right here on your homepage. I like you have, can get the email updates. So Marco, thank you for joining me. Excited. We'll have to catch up after the drill results are out. That should be a good time.
Yeah.
But great to have you on here, and looking forward to following your success.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.